Apparently Maverick's got a bug where he can't choose his tyres on the MFD.
Oh. Alright. We're back. Everyone, we're back. I had to restart my PlayStation and then restart my router and then restart my PlayStation once again. So we are here. And it's good, and we're on lap 23, which is interesting. Alright, look at the strategies. Safety car's out. What happened, Jack? Please tell me. I need to know what happened.
I don't know.
Big Dutch Face crashed. That's what happened.
Yeah, but like I don't know how. It was so like weird. And everyone dived in, and Passe dived in, and I thought that was a really poor move because like the amount of people that are going to go past him. But then every single person behind him also came into the pits, apart from Maverick and Storm. Storm stayed out on the hards. And
MCR
then decided,
stayed on the hards.
Yeah, but then Storm just decided... Oh no, Storm stayed out on the mediums, I think, and then just decided to pit the next lap anyway. MCR stayed out on the hards. He's going to get hounded. Apparently Maverick's got an MFD bug where he can't pick his tyres, so he's kind of... I don't know why he hasn't pit though, because it would have put him on softs. But I think he's just thinking he's got the penalty anyway. But I am confused by that. He decided to start. He's going to get absolutely hounded, but Maverick was in 12th place anyway. So maybe he's just thinking he's got nothing to lose.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with him on that one. Just try and get as many positions as possible. But now it's Maverick and Ryan B right together on track. But now Passe out of the final corner is going to lead us on to lap number 24 and get this race restarted. It's going to be a 4-lap sprint to the finish. And Slayer is in already. I'm not sure why he didn't pit any earlier, but he didn't.
Got damaged
unless he...
that lap, the collision.
Yeah, that's probably what happens. MCR and Alt Maverick are about to go side by side down towards turn, they're going to be going side by side very soon, I'm sure, because Passe is absolutely streaking away up at the front of the field. 1.2 seconds, 1.3, 1.4 seconds is the gap already between those two drivers. Ooh, Storm gets another 3-second time penalty. And MCR and Alt Maverick and Ryan B and Energetics are all super close with all within 2/10 of each other. MCR is going to be chased down by Maverick. MCR is using his ERS. Maverick's using his ERS. Ryan B is getting the double slipstream. Energetics is getting the triple slipstream. Ryan B and MCR go side by side. MCR goes a little bit deep into turn 9. Ryan B keeps it around the outside, is able to get that position and the superior traction from those softs. Energetics is going to be up into P4 as well. MCR is going to be down the order. Slumpcon is going to be looking up the inside of turn 10. The Williams and the Alpine go side by side. And the Williams driver is able to get that position. Now Pt.2 is going to be the next driver on the list. Oh my goodness, the absolute grip difference.
Pushing Maverick.
And Alt Maverick is really struggling on the 7-lap-old medium tires. He's going to be holding up as much as he can to try and keep these drivers behind him, because once they get past, there's no way he's keeping up with them. Passing up at the front of the field, it's a 3.2-second lead for him. Ryan B should surely have Alt Maverick down into turn 1, but he doesn't really have to force it. Oh, Energetic's been tapped by Connor, I think that is. Energetics is going to be down the field, and he has a penalty as well. Passe sets fastest lap of the race, a 130.927. He's absolutely flying. Energetics down the order. His chance of points, or his chance of high points, has really gone down the drain here, even though he still did have that penalty. All Maverick and Ryan B are really close out on track. Connor trying to follow them. He might have picked up a little bit of damage in that. MCR, though, on these hards, he's still keeping Pt.2, Jordan Alt, Cam K, and Eduk. All these guys behind Eduk and Cam K, you go side by side into turn 3, and I think the Williams driver is going to have to stand behind for the time being, but All Maverick and Ryan B, that's going to be the talk of the town as we head into lap 25 and through this middle sector.
Yeah, and MCR is Maverick's accidental teammate here, because every single time he's holding someone up on these hards, they're putting him further out of Maverick's penalty range. Maverick is a 3-second penalty. He needs to just get as far away as possible. The decision to stay out here, if MCR can just hold people up, has absolutely worked out for Maverick, and you have to say fair play to him. Ryan's struggling to get past.
Yeah, but right now, Ryan's on 50% ERS. Maverick's already gone through the entirety of his ERS, almost. He's down to 21% as we head into turn 11, so that's really, really low. Ryan B pushing him through turn 11 there at the exit. It's so very close. Ryan B, all he has to do, he doesn't even have to overtake him. He just has to, really create a gap to the guys behind and make that overtake. But Connor's been using his ERS. Pt.2 is going to have to use his ERS to overtake. Jordan has now made his way past, and he's going to have to use his overtake to close in as well. He's already used 80% of his ERS since the race has gotten restarted. MCR still has a pretty decent amount of battery. Camk's right behind him, but he's down to 20% as well, and is starting to lag a little bit. Eduk has a decent amount, but once again, there's such a big gap now, and All Maverick is staying in front for the time being. Camk is lagging.
restarts? Are they all in DRS range though? That's the question. Maverick has a 3-second penalty.
Yeah.
They need to stay within that. Maverick could lose so many positions here, but MCR has done such a huge favour for him in holding people up, as the penalties are now starting to come seeping through. And you see this a lot on safety car restarts. People get the softs on, and they just go for it, and they track extend. They can pick up warnings so fast. Cam K's all over the place. According for me, Cam K's last right now.
Yeah, Cam K P15 for right now.
Left.
And
he's DC from the session. What is happening?
Oh, who is that? Someone just went way off the track. That was an Alpine, I want to say.
That's Eduk.
Eduk picks up a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. He has to give up. He has to give back the positions. Major Falcon's made his way past. Oh, 3 wide.
Oh my God!
The Alpine Major Falcon, absolute. Oh my gosh, the size of his. Oh, that was brave. All right, that was brave for Major Falcon. I'm not sure.
Just lost 6 positions in one.
I'm not sure if that was I'm not sure if that was smart at all from either Eduk or Major Falcon, but it happened. MCR trying to keep Energetics behind, even with his massive amount of penalties. I believe he has 11 seconds of penalties in this one. Cam K's Ghost Car is into the pit lane. Energetics, Mr. Wilder, Major Falcon trying to make a move on Major Falcon is Storm. Eduk all in behind
Ryan
these guys
B's
as well.
and
now, yes, indeed, Ryan B has made his way past All Maverick into turn 1 with DRS. With, well, he didn't even really need to use his DRS. He only used 10%, and now he's trying to push on to try and create that gap because some kind is going to be past him very soon as well.
I feel like Maverick's only going to lose positions to Slump, Poles, and Jordan.
Yeah, as of right now, he's P6, but his championship rival and Ryan B is second.
How does he get this lucky? How does he do this? Look how many people messed up behind him. He'd have gone down to like P12, and there's just mayhem behind him. The safety cars they love Maverick this season, they really do.
And now Connor into turn 8, Alt Maverick around the outside. He keeps the position, but it's that could have been another penalty, as Energetics has made his way past MCR. But even though, no matter what here, Maverick gets P6 because Energetics and everyone besides MCR down has penalties. But MCR is on the slowest tires out on track right now. Slumcon makes his way past All Maverick. He's going to be down the inside of turn 11. All Maverick tries to keep him around the outside. Poldy Poles just staying behind for the time being. Slumcon low on ERS. Maverick low on ERS. Maverick around the outside of turn 12. He's going to try it. It's off camber. Maybe favoring the outside line, but I think Slumcon is just going to be able to keep that position for the time being. Eduk picks up another 3-second time penalty for track extending. Poldy Poles in P5, just staying behind for the time being right now.
Passe absolutely dominant.
Passe bossed that one. I didn't even realize it was the final lap, but it is. Passe crosses the line to win this race. Ryan B in P2. Slumcon is going to take P3. All Maverick is going to take P4 on track, but it's going to be Poldy Poles in 4th, Jordan in 5th. All Maverick in 6th. Actually, no, MCR gets it by 0.2 of a second.
Jeez.
So,
and that's because he was fighting with Slump. If he just let Slump past, he'd have got 6th.
Yeah, I think that wasn't smart from All Maverick. So he gets P7, or MCR on the hards gets P6. So we have to applaud to that one as well. All Maverick P7, Mr. Wilder P8, Major Falcon P9, Storm P10, Energetics 11th, and Eduk with even cutting the entirety of that middle sector chicane gets P12 somehow. So, I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but something definitely happened.
Passe, let's just, before we say anything, absolutely dominant drive. Started P16, I think it were.
Yep.
And before they say, don't let the safety car fool you into thinking it helped him. He was in P1 anyway. He jumped the whole field just on raw pace.
Yeah. And a very good strategy as well. We have to point that one out as well.
Deary me. The only driver to go for the medium softs.
Yeah. Just taking a quick look at the standings, by the way, right now. Passe's first race in Division 4. The first time he's participated in Division 4 was last time. And he got 6 points. His second race, he just won it. Absolutely dominated. So
unbelievable.
And he gets fastest lap as well.
This is a massive race for Ryan as well.
Yeah, and Ryan takes a dominant lead in the championship as well. Wow. Ooh, well, anyways.
A few errors there. I think Maverick, he did well to get what he's got because it was a really poor. Obviously, we thought
he had two penalties. Oh, no wonder MCR got him.
Yeah, we thought it was obviously a bad strategy. I don't think it was his fault from what I'm hearing. Something to do with the MFD. He couldn't change the tyre.
Yeah.
So in the end, overall, the choice to stay out worked. MCR actually did him a world of good. He held up so many people on those hards. But what a race at the end.
Yeah. Well, Passe takes win on his home circuit and fastest lap as well. Ryan B, Slumcon, P2, and P3. We should be able to get all three of those drivers in here. I'm not sure if you want to start adding them to the party. I think I have Ryan B on my friends list. I can get him and possibly Slumcon. I'll just add them real quick. Oh my. Well, that was an interesting race. Alright, I've added those three drivers to the party. Well, that is Division 4. Division 4's race is over now. But yeah, anyways, take us through the interviews. Whenever you feel the need to get it going.
Who have we got in the party? We've got them all
Everyone.
in. Right, we'll start with... Right, I'll go with Passe. For the win.
Real quick. Make sure everyone, their voice is on share, please. That'd be very nice. We don't want to talk to a ghost.
Oh, yeah. Just let us know when you're good and we'll get it going. Anyone?
I'm here.
Alright, we'll talk to Ryan then. Ryan knows what he's doing. Right, first of all, Ryan, talk us through the safety car. What went through your head straight away?
I thought it was a good thing that I could get Passe until MCR decided to stay out. It made no difference to the actual result, though, I don't think, really.
I think if anything, it's kind of not harmed you because obviously it's unfortunate what happened to Maverick anyway, but it helped him gain a few more positions because he was currently nearly out the points when you was in P4.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, he was on like P12 or something. I think his MFD's broke, so he couldn't change his tyre, so he was forced onto a 2-stop.
Ah, so it's helped him out.
Yeah, it helped him out. It's probably a good thing because you don't want to see. I don't want to say you won't care. You're going for a title, but you don't want to see it decided like that.
No.
MCR did him the world of good though by staying out on the hards. He helped his penalties a lot. We saw during the race, you were stuck behind Maverick. You were like 2 places behind. You knew he had to pit again. Was there any temptation to try go past him to prove a point, or was it more just sit behind him and wait for him to pit?
No, early on I decided to just sit behind Glitchface and Maverick and just chill. I had plenty of DRS, no warnings. May as well stay in DRS and pick up the podium, which I knew I was going to get based off people's strategies.
Yeah, well, it ended up being a really smart decision, and now it's really helped your cushion in the championship. You've got quite a gap now. Going into, I think it's Russia next. You're starting to get that chance now where he has to start taking risks, and you can kind of just stick with a normal strategy and maybe get second or third and be happy with that. Does this make you feel a bit more comfortable going into races knowing that you have a bit of leeway?
It did, but I am missing next week's race.
Oh,
so
well,
yeah, people can close the gap to me if they want.
I think you've got enough gap where he could win and you'll still be ahead.
I think so as well, yes. But it'll get a bit close for comfort. Yeah.
Well, that's probably better for us guys, to be honest. Better for the viewers to be able to see the fight. Well, congratulations on your podium, anyway.
Yep, I'll just say, good game, Passe. Well done. Congrats on the win.
I just want to point out as well, that is 5 podiums in 6 races for you. Dear me.
Mr. Consistency, that's what I'll go with.
Well, you're not oh, well, no, Silverstone was shocking. Just don't get ahead of yourself, mate. Right, I will let Parker do the next one.
All right, Passe, if you're here. Yes, all right, you're here. All right, great. So, let's talk about qualifying first. Obviously, it didn't go too well.
No.
Putting yourself in a wall isn't the ideal start to your home Grand Prix, but yeah, I don't think it could have really ended any better.
Well, my heart is still beating at 200 miles an hour, like the Formula One car I just drove. But yeah, I don't even know what happened. I don't even realize it yet. Like it's my first home Grand Prix win, and a bit. I won it in a weird way, but I'm just so happy right now. I have nothing else. I really don't know what to say. It started out really, really badly. Mistake of my own, really big mistake. I don't know why I just wanted to keep the accelerator at 100% going out of the last corner, and I only realized that the NF once I had no more tires. So to win it is really, really like so. It wasn't at all what I planned after quali.
Yeah, well, starting 16th, you decided to go on the mediums, which I think is probably the easiest decision to make, especially at France. But then you were the only driver to go for the medium soft strategy, obviously, before the safety car. So what were you thinking when you saw everyone else coming to the pit lane, and then you had that 12-second gap over energetics, and you were just cruising along up at the front?
Well, I thought everybody was going to go on a 1-stop, but it seems to me that the front runners also went for a 2-stop, and they pit exactly when I went for my first stop on the soft. So I was actually really, really surprised and happy because that means I get to keep my 12-second lead. Unfortunately, there was a safety car because then it got the group packed up again. But at least I got a big risk I took by going in the pits. I was really, really hesitating. But I thought if I'm the leader, if I go to pit now, I would have better tires and everybody's going to follow me. So anyway, it wouldn't matter. And anyway, since I had a 12-second lead, if no one follows me, I'll still be in the front, towards the front, and I could try and overtake. But that was a risk, and unfortunately, it paid off.
Yeah, it definitely paid off. I'd say winning by, what was it in the end, 7 seconds?
6 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, 6 seconds. I'd say that's a pretty big reward, especially at your home track. Taking fastest lap as well. Yeah, no one else could really match you out there. Russia, next week, what are your thoughts about heading to the Sochi Autodrome?
Never loaded the track on this game yet, so I really do not know. It was good. I liked the track last year, on last year's game, but I don't know, maybe with the new handling system and the new curbs, and maybe it could be horrendous. So I really don't know.
Well, yeah. Jack, if you want to take us through our third place finisher.
Yeah, third place finisher, we've got Slumpcon, who was just kind of, just around at the front for a long time. He's muted at the moment, so I don't even know if he's talking. There we go. Right, Slumpcon, when did you start to realise that the podium was on? Because you were around the front for most of the race, but you kind of just, it's like you just kind of hanging out there. I didn't know exactly what you were going to do, and then when the safety car came out, it kind of gave you a second chance. Well, you definitely showed some cojones on the track, because I think you were involved in about 4 side-by-side moves. You weren't hesitant to sit. A lot of people were just sat behind and were happy. You went for nearly anything you could do. Is that something? Do you just enjoy going for the more aggressive race style, or was you fighting to try to get more points? Yeah, well, we were a bit worried about that because obviously I've made that mistake before when I was in D4. If someone's got a penalty, you can just sit behind and you'll get it. But you seem to be really adamant on getting the position on track, which obviously it can backfire. You can get damage. Are you now? You've got your podium. You've started. I think the last few weeks you've started to really show like you're kind of putting a bit more consistency together. You had like you got 4 points, then you got 7. You've had a few DNFs though. This is the race where you've kept it consistent. If you can hold that together, do you think on pace, where would you aim to be? Because on pace, you can easily get top 5. It's just the consistency. Yeah, I think definitely if you could keep your consistency. I was in a very similar boat where I was near the front for most of the races and then I crash out and end up with nothing. I'm doing that this season, to be fair. Really shocking. But I think if you could definitely aim for that, maybe just set P5 as a boundary for every race. I think you could definitely do something really good. And your teammate in the Williams, do we have a teammate? I
Eduk.
think it's Eduk. Eduk's like in a very similar boat. You're two very similar drivers. He was very fast today. I don't know what happened to him at the end. He just seemed to drop down. I think you two could do really well with the constructors if you can start to keep it consistent. Good stuff. That's what we like to see. Well, congratulations to all three of you anyway on getting the podium. D4. The grid is so close at the front. There's so many people that can get podiums, and it's Russia next week. So if any of you are confident with that, we won't have Ryan B there. So that's one podium spot free.
Yeah. Well. Thank you once again, Ryan B, Connor, and Passe, who left already the commentators booth. But yeah, well, thank you for joining the party and giving us a very nice interview from both of you and Passe as well. But yeah, that's been it from Division 4. Sorry about the stream dropping. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but it happened. Anyways, yeah, thank you. And I believe that's been all.